Right now, it's in the process. The land had been acquired. I think it's already been handed over to ISRO. Yeah. Land is already handed over to ISRO. It's almost 2,000 acres. 2,000 acres of land. The project team is in place. The budget has been defined. The planning has been done. We will be kicking off soon, and I think it'll take about 2 years from that time to get ready. And again, mind you that this is only for use of private sector, because there will be no ISRO rocket that will be launched from there. SSLV also will become private. They aggregate the demand coming from Indian entities, Government of India, or foreign entities, and many of the rockets now are being sort of tasked only for foreign satellites launches. And later on, as we move forward, as the private sector rockets come in, as private sector starts building rockets like PSLV, perhaps more and more launch service providers will emerge in India, but right now it is only NCL. So to answer your question very specifically, it's NCL's task, not IN-SPACe task, to be able to take these orders and convert that into commercial opportunity. And the reason we are saying that is that because we have SSLV now ready, and there are only about 5 or 6 such launch vehicles across the globe, and only one currently that is commercially being used. We have 2 more coming from the private sector, the Skyroot, where we will have the orbital launch before the end of this financial year, and the Agnikul, where we'll have the suborbital launch before the end of this year. So these 2 also will become available. And then we have 1 or 2 more that are in the pipeline that I cannot name right now. And then we are also developing a full launch center in Tuticorin, only dedicated to a small launch vehicle. Investment, but it is something that's growing. I mean, the number $110 million was just about $5, $6, $7 million 2 years ago. So we are growing very rapidly. This year we'll definitely cross $110 million. And then there is investment being made by large companies from their own sort of resources that we will not be visible. That will not be visible to us how much investment is made. Of course, government is investing through the budget that is given to ISRO, which is about.
As Chairman IN-SPACe was mentioning, as a part of the space reform, we have a public sector enterprise called unveils India Limited, which is already available. So unveils India Limited right now is mandated to commercially exploit all the research and development made by ISRO. So before the SSLV is finally taken over by the private sector, so the requirement or the demand requirement will be met by NCL to start with. Once the private sector is self-sufficient and they are able to do on their own, NCL will not be in picture.
These 9 companies which have, are the respondent for this SSLV EOI. So we have a process in place with, after the EOI we will be screening the these NGs who are meeting the requirement, and then we will be floating RFP, and we will be coming to know in the month of March next year which are the selected candidates for the POC.